Hey YouTube, I'm Cuda and this is TekSmackTV. Today we're going to be looking at unboxing the iPhone 5. So here he is, the iPhone 5. Now, just taking a look at the packaging, we can see it's a lot more simplistic, a lot more sleek than previous iPhones. If we compare it to the iPhone 4S and even the iPhone 4 packaging, we see that the iPhone 4 and 4S were fairly identical in terms of packaging, whereas the iPhone 5 takes a nice, sleeker, more simplistic look, and of course, the slate for the black iPhone. Now to open this guy up, we're just going to use a handy little flathead screwdriver to open up this plastic and very carefully peel it off. Now this is not going to be the only iPhone 5 related video that we're going to do here on TekSmackTV. We're also going to do a full review of the phone itself, as well as the new iOS 6 that comes with the iPhone, and more videos to come as well. So now when we pull this box off, we see we come up with our beautiful iPhone 5. Now we see it's covered in the standard plastic front and back, just like before. If we take a nice close look at this guy, we see very sleek, very thin, very fun, very sexy. Moving forward, we have the simple little pull-up that all iPhone packaging has had, as well as the flip book. If you open up the flip book, you can find the standard Hello Quick Start Guide, and just some iPhone info, and of course the handy Apple stickers, and everyone loves Apple stickers, right? Now moving forward, we have what is quite a takeaway from standard iPhones. First, we have the brand new Apple headphones, which are called EarPods. If we can bring it close and we'll focus that in a little bit so you can take a closer look. We have the Apple EarPods, and these are honestly quite beautiful. We can peel the plastic packaging off these guys. Personally, I like to keep them in case I decide to go ahead and sell these phones later on, which I most likely will do to get the new iPhones. And there we go, we got the Apple EarPods. Moving forward, we have the standard USB connector, just like always, with the little slip of plastic going around the connection as well. Then, one last difference, we've got the Lightning connector. If we pull the plastic off this guy, we can see that while it still has what Apple has stated is a USB 2.0 connector, we have a drastically different Lightning connector. And this is the actual connector that the iPhone will be using. If we pull out the new phone here, we see we have a much smaller dock connector made for a much smaller cable. Now, one interesting point about this cable is it'll actually go in one way and also the other, so it'll be a lot easier when we're trying to charge our phones in the dark, per se. Now, we can compare the iPhone 4S with the new iPhone 5, and we can see that they are drastically different on the back. Of course, this is the white model versus the black model, but not just that. If we take a look at the thinness of these phones, we see that the iPhone 4S is 18% thinner, as Apple states. Now, that may not seem like a lot, but if you take a look a little bit closer, you can see this stainless steel band on the iPhone 4S is about the entire width of the iPhone 5, just for a comparison. And of course, it's got the slate sides as opposed to the stainless steel look, and we have the original dock connector aside the new dock connector. Length-wise, the phones are not too drastically different, and of course the new iPhone goes from a 3.5-inch screen to a 4-inch screen, but as we do know, the screen has actually moved position slightly. So if you take a look at one screen as opposed to the other, the screen starts a little bit lower on the screen, and there's a little bit less room in between the top of the screen and the top of the phone. If we take a little bit further and compare the new iPhone 5 with the iPhone 3G, we can see an even bigger change. Of course, no more rounded plastic edges, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the width. Now, if we look at these phones, the iPhone 3G may be around twice as thick as the iPhone 5, which puts a marked improvement as opposed to how thin the phone is. So that pretty much wraps it up. Just so you guys know, we will have a full review of this iPhone 5 coming out very soon, as well as a full review of iOS 6, some stock apps, a couple one-on-one apps, reviews, tech reviews, and a whole lot more coming up on TekSmackTV. So stay tuned.